I started training in Taekwondo in January of 1970. Back then, Taekwondo was primarily for men that were about in military age, so somewhere between 17 and 25, 30 years old. There were no children involved at that time. There were very few females that were involved at that time. And in Korea, there were hardly any Korean women that were involved because of the differences in our culture. So when I started in Taekwondo and began this journey, I had no idea that it was so special that I would be placed in a position to be a world title holder. And when I discovered that, when I got around 4th degree, 5th degree black belt there, I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to be able to lead and to take others to places to where we've never been able to go before. When I tested for the 8th degree, I knew that this was a breakthrough for the women of Taekwondo. So my goal was not just to pass the test, but my goal was to set a standard. So I trained for a solid year, 6 to 8 hours a day preparing for that test. And when I stepped out on that floor, I felt like I owned it, because I was confident in what I was doing, because I had done my due diligence in making sure I was prepared. Senior Grandmaster Edward Sell, he trained me and coached me. Grandmaster Pak came over a couple of times from Korea and worked with me here in Florida. We went early over to Korea, where he and his staff worked with me there. And I'll tell you, it was a blessing to be able to stand out there and say, yes, women are not just participants, we're not second as far as quality, but we have power, we have form, we have technique. We can lead by example. We're leaders. And the greatest compliment I had at the end was when one of the testing board members stepped from behind the testing table, went up into the audience, and brought down one of his female Taekwondo students who was there for an instructor's training certification and said, I want you to have your pictures taken with this world record holder. So that was the seal of approval on top of the seal of approval that yes, I did lead by example, and that's what I intend to do this time as well. Journey to the Top is a campaign that the U.S. Cheongdo Kwan Association has launched to have our followers follow me on the world record holder project that I'm doing in the 9th degree Gukiwang testing that will be taking place in Seoul, Korea, September the 10th. September 10th is going to be the perfect day for this testing to take place, because my late husband, Senior Grandmaster Edward B. Seld, he tested on September 10th, 2001 for 9th degree at the Gukiwang. Of course, the next day was 9/11. So his promotion was hid in all of the media. And I think it's a great honor to be able to honor him at the same time that I'm being honored as the first American female, or first female that's not of Korean nationality, to test for the 9th dan on his day. So we'll be able to share that day forever as world title holders. This is so exciting because the Gukiwang is the World Taekwondo headquarters. And the World Taekwondo headquarters is the group that actually certifies Olympians. So this is the best of the best when it comes to credentials. I already have 9th degree in both Cheongdo Kwan and U.S. Cheongdo Kwan. So this is icing on the cake. Very, very, very few people in an entire lifetime even have this opportunity, let alone women. I mean, it's a journey. It's not just one day you wake up and say, I'm going to be a 9th degree. I don't think anybody ever thinks they can get that far at all until you get pretty close to it. But the U.S. Cheongdo Kwan Association, our national association, is known #1 for the quality of our credentials. So when I receive credentials, it's not just for me, it's for everybody, because my credentials are your credentials. Not only is it for the U.S. Cheongdo Kwan Association, but it's also a major accomplishment for those that are not of the Korean nationality all throughout the world. You see, when Taekwondo became an Olympic sport, what happened was the Korean nationality released the ownership of Taekwondo to the world. And the Gukiwang and the World Taekwondo Federation, those are the premier organizations, they wanted to be able to release it so that foreigners, those outside the Korean nationality, could see that they too can accomplish what their own national sport had given them as far as benefits in their own country. So here we are today, ready to make world history, because it's not just for me, but this is also for the entire Taekwondo world, and what an honor.